Welcome back. Video Club, fantastic opportunity for a lot of people to learn about taking your own videos, whether you take it with a camera or your phone or whatever it may be. And today we have a couple gentlemen on from the Video Club. We have Tom Nash, of course, you're the Vice President
Yes.
of the Video Club. Nice to see you, sir. Chuck Hale.
Yes.
And you are one of the instructors. Now, a lot of classes are available with the Video Club.
I think we have 14 this season.
Yeah.
Classes running, some simultaneously, but mostly one after another. Short classes, typically anywhere between 1 and 3 sessions. So
Yeah, which makes it really nice because people can get a quick overview of things and then decide if they want to take things a little bit further, right?
Yeah, people are willing to commit to 3 and then maybe another 3 and another 3. And,
Yeah, I think that's
so
what makes it fantastic.
Yeah.
I have a partial list of some of the classes here, and you know, they include taking your photos and making a gallery out of them, also iMovie, of course, and I like this one, travel videos, advanced multi-camera studio, even a new one, beginning animation.
Right.
Tell me about that one.
Well, there are many ways to do animation, traditional ways with paper or
Right.
with clay or that sort of thing. And of course, most animation is now computer animation, either
Right.
2D or 3D. So this little 3 session, we're going to do some paper, we're going to do some claymation, and just sort of get your feet wet in the beginnings of animation. And people like that, they can go on to more serious things.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, Chuck, you are focusing on coming up on the 25th, your introduction to YouTube class, right?
Correct.
And tell me about that. It's just a 1-session class, so nice and quick, right?
Okay, well, it is a 1-session class. I give it 2-3 times a year. I cover 8 tutorials, and I put all these 8 tutorials on a DVD that I give to the students, so after I walk them through that, they can take the DVD home and watch the tutorials at home and actually perform what I taught them in class.
Which is great.
Okay, which is a way to do it. And of course, a lot of people want to know more about YouTube. A lot of people do not realize that YouTube is the 3rd largest inquiry system on the internet, Google being number 1.
Yeah.
But you can go into YouTube and just about find out anything that you want to do.
Yes, you can.
But the primary purpose for the students here in Laguna Woods, of course, is to be able to put a video onto YouTube and then be able to send the link to their friends.
Right.
Okay, that's the primary purpose. And I did write down a couple things that as an example of what people use it, besides just travel. Most of them are travel, birthdays, weddings, and stuff like that.
Right.
And people can't get to it, so they put it on YouTube, email the link.
Yeah.
They used to send out DVDs or videotapes, but now
you
that's
just do the
passé.
link. And the 2 examples that I have, one is there is a gentleman here in Laguna Woods. His name is Jim Rapport. He's about 95, and he's a fantastic artist. Beautiful oil paintings. And so as a member of the Video Club, I went over and interviewed him and photographed all these beautiful paintings. He put those on YouTube and then sent the links to major galleries throughout the United States.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
Okay. The other thing that I took special pride in the use of YouTube is I got involved with a gentleman that was working with a woman's shelter for abused women, okay, that had drug and alcohol problems. And we went down and made a video of it, and he and I worked together and produced a little 6-minute video for YouTube. And then he sent it out to major corporations, you know, like Ford, Coca-Cola, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That little 6 minutes produced $42,000 in cash donation for that little shelter.
That's amazing.
So those are uses for YouTube other than just personal stuff. The other thing, big thing I pass on to my students, if they're inquiring how to fix a faucet in the kitchen, they can go on YouTube and get step-by-step lessons on doing that.
Oh yeah, I've utilized that for various things around my home countless times.
Now another thing a lot of people do not realize, but some people do, is that if you do create a really exceptionally good video, okay, and it gets a lot of hits, let's say like more than 1 million viewers, all right, Google will actually contact you and pay you to add ads.
Yeah,
to put
that's
it
nice.
with your video.
Yes.
So that's kind of fascinating. So.
Yeah, but as you said, you can learn so many things on you. I mean, there's a lot of silly stuff, let's face it. But there's all kinds of how-to videos. Anything you want to do, if you, like you said, you want to figure out how to quickly fix a faucet or just figure out something, you know, a quick recipe
The
or whatever
carburetor
it
on
is.
the car, recipes?
You will find it. I guarantee you will
So
find
Chuck,
it.
you show people how to get a YouTube account.
Right.
That's what I did list, okay, on these 8 tutorials. The very first thing is simply how to open up an account with
Right.
YouTube. The next thing, of course, well, everybody wants to know how to upload,
Yes.
all right? But they also have to realize it takes time to upload. And you may have a 16-minute video, and it takes an hour to upload.
Yeah.
And you got a 2-hour video, and it's going to take 11 hours to upload.
Right.
You know, it depends on the internet speed.
It does, yeah.
And so learn how to upload, all right, but then also how to download, okay? There is a YouTube free downloader. I will show you that as part of the tutorials. And there are just, honestly, thousands of full-length movies on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh,
People
yes,
don't
there
realize,
is.
you know?
Yeah.
And let's see, what else did I list down here?
Well, there's quite an art to setting up the keywords, how you describe
Yes.
the thing, so it can be found by the
Yeah.
people searching.
That is a very good point. Now, one of the things that I wanted to pass on to people that are watching this video is if you go into the internet right now and go into YouTube and type in one long word, okay, a Video Club of Laguna Woods, all one word, you will get over 200 of videos on YouTube that were done by members of the club. And it breaks down into like 4 different categories, like there's travel. We do have an awards banquet every year where we have
Yes, you
4-minute
do.
videos, and that's a separate category. And what Tom was referring to is I created keywords.
Right.
Okay, so if I wanted to go into just tutorials, I could type in VCOFLW, which is Video Club of Laguna Woods, space tutorials. You get a whole lot of tutorials that are presented in not just on YouTube, but different subjects that we teach in the field. So that's the use of keywords.
Oh yeah, it's very useful. And as far as, you know, we were talking about all the classes that the Video Club offers. It's really wonderful, all the different techniques, all the different ways you can do something. And of course, I would assume nowadays most of it people are doing with their phones or maybe tablets rather than the traditional video camera.
Well, it used to be that you needed $1,000 or several $1,000s worth of equipment to get good high definition video. Now, any cell phone, of course, the cell phones are getting more expensive. But
cell phone's close to
any
$1,000
smartphone will do it.
Yeah.
But you can go to a store and buy a $300, we'll say, video camcorder and get really sharp, really good pictures. And so the equipment is now usually not the limiting factor. The equipment, because regardless of what camera you're holding, if you're flashing it around, you're gonna have terrible video. So it's usually the skill of the videographer that makes or breaks the thing. And then editing, a lot of editing is knowing what to take out.
It is.
So that what's left is the really good stuff. You're not boring your audience to death.
Yeah, and of course, again, now, well, it's been going on for years now, but with iMovie, and there's many other video editing apps that are totally free or close to being free. You no longer need, you know, multi-$1,000 video editor to at least.
The software used to be many hundreds of dollars, and now amazing software for well under $100.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. I was reading an article just recently about apps, you know, app developers, and you know how they go about doing it. Well, now, you know, somebody kind of balks at spending maybe $12, $15, $20 on an app. And of course, you know, we all remember that years and years ago, a software package was $200, $300, $400, $500.
And not nearly as good.
Not nearly as good, yeah.
And of course,
so it's kind of
computers back
strange.
then were not as powerful as cell phones are now.
No,
So,
no, not at all.
Yeah.
So much is available today at relatively small prices. I mean, of course, your initial cost of a video camera, or if you have a pretty good smartphone, you know, you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
Signing up for these classes, tell me how people can do that. What's the easiest way? And are there over at the studio over at 2?
Yes, we have just to the right side of Clubhouse 2
Right.
is the video club. We have 2 facilities there. We have the studio, in which we do our programming, but
Right.
the classes are mostly in the lab, which is
right.
just across the open area there from that. For most of these classes, you don't really need to sign up in advance. You can just show up on the first day.
Oh, that's nice.
You can go to our website, which you can get to from the main website, and find this listing of classes, which I printed out here, and just show up.
Yeah, and there's a lot, as I said. The dates are on here, and like the beginning animation class. Now I don't know if mine's the most up-to-date one. That's not till February, am I right?
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I had the most
Yeah.
up-to-date one. So basically, like the list I have is over the months all the way into February.
But you just have the second page.
I just have the
apparently,
second page, yeah.
Of 2 pages.
Yeah.
The next class we have coming up, and the reason Chuck is here talking to us today is
Actually, I do have
because
the first page.
There it is.
It was stuck behind there.
the introduction to YouTube
Yeah.
is our next class coming up. Right now we're offering classes in both PC and Mac editing.
Yeah.
And those are winding down because we have 1 session, I think, each left of those. But then we'll have a multi-track editing for shooting with multiple cameras like we do in the
Right.
studio, but shooting on the camera cards and then bringing it into
Right.
the software, and it's just punching the button to choose the camera you want.
Yeah.
So that's pretty slick.
Right,
And
yeah.
that's just 1 session. And we're going to do a class called Making Award-Winning Short Movies.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Academy Awards contest every year. We have an Academy Awards dinner and all that.
Yes, you do.
And so we have a contest with 4-minute video, max 4 minutes. And so we're going to have some sessions on how to make those 4-minute videos, and we'll bring in some of the people who have made
That'll
some
be
of the
fun.
ones that have won in the past.
And people
give
will
us tips.
find that when you have a limited amount of time, it's actually much harder to create compelling content
Right.
and tell a story
Yeah.
in less than 4 minutes.
But
Yeah.
you can make something, on the other hand, you can make something, if you limit yourself to 4 minutes, that gets rid of a lot of the
It does.
excess verbiage.
Yeah.
And forces you to focus, and something can be really, really interesting in 4 minutes. Television commercials are only 30 seconds
Right.
long, so this is like 8 television commercials. So.
Yeah. So it can be done. So many different classes, wonderful. There are usually the fees when I'm looking here range from $5 to
It's usually $5 a session.
yeah. So if it's a 3 session, obviously it's usually $15 and so on. But there's so much available, and it's great. How maybe somebody wants to get involved becoming an instructor with the video club, or
Get in touch with us.
okay.
Yeah. And you can, the video club is open, the lab is open. And by the way, we've mentioned this here on Channel 6 before, but if you have things that you need to transfer, we will show you how to do that, and you can do it for free in the video lab. So we have most tape formats, and we can transfer it. But just come in the lab. We're open Tuesday through Friday from 1 to 4, and there's somebody there that can show you how to do it, and we'd love to have you join the club and become a part of it.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun.
And of course, if you want to be on that YouTube class, the next one is Monday, September 25th. It's $5 for members, $20 for non-members. And it's a lot of fun. even if you end up not putting something up on YouTube, you know, you might find out how what's important on the other end is to be able to find something. Maybe your you know, your family or grandkids put something up, and you want to find out how to be able to view that.
I want to make a comment on that.
Sure.
When I joined the video club was 18 years ago, and my primary purpose was to capture and preserve family history. So I was able to go in and capture old 8mm films with the equipment we have in the video lab. I was able to add photographs and add voice, background music, and titles to that, and actually preserve for future generations family history. Very, very valuable tool. And they teach that in the lab.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's, as I said, you can learn a lot. And even though, you know, when it comes to YouTube, yes, there's a lot of silly things out there.
But just a lot of things out there.
Yeah, but you know, it can be a real useful tool and very useful in connecting with family that may not live around here. And I think that's really important.
And saving it for posterity.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube, it'll presumably stay there forever.
Yeah,
So
we'll see.
whether or not you want it to.
Yeah.
In recent cases, I've had a couple of people come to me with memorials.
Yeah.
And we were able to upload the memorials and send it to people around the world that were members of the family.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And by the
great
way,
tools.
don't use copyrighted music if you want.
Oh, yes.
If you want to put it on YouTube,
Yes.
because they will
By
catch
the way,
you for
that is one of the tutorials that I teach in the class, that YouTube does have a copyright audio library.
Yeah.
So if you do want to add music to your video, then you have a lot of music to choose from.
That's great.
Just don't use your favorite Mariah Carey song or whatever, because it won't fly.
No, it won't. They
will catch
with all
you.
their algorithms, they can figure that out very, very quickly.
Right.
Tom, good to see you.
Good to
as
see you,
always.
Ken.
Chuck,
Yeah.
great to have you on.
Yep,
Have you back.
Good to see you again.
All right, and take advantage of all that the Video Club has to offer at Clubhouse 2. Again, the YouTube class will be September 25th. That is next Monday, a week from today, 10 o'clock to noon at the Video Lab over there at right next to Clubhouse 2. So take advantage of that. We'll be right back.